I did great today. I played a bunch on stream. I only lost one game. It was to you.
Yeah.
It's okay. We're play testing. You'll be back tomorrow. Honorary TFM member.
Jeez.
I'm head of HR.
That's embarrassing.
That I'm head of HR?
Yeah,
Look,
you're
head of HR.
so messed
And
up.
my head goes in here. You didn't know I'm head of HR?
No, and I
really
still
am.
don't believe it.
No, I really am. Yeah.
Oh,
Anytime
good God.
Dan and Scott needs something conveyed nicely to the team, it's my job. And whenever someone has a problem with management, it's my spot to anonymously. Oh yeah, yeah.
They're fine.
It's my job to anonymously bring it to ownership.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are they the only owners? Those two?
Everyone thinks I own it
I don't think you own it.
because you've known me since
Before,
Forbidden Mountain. But yeah, everyone thinks that I own it. It's hilarious.
It's
But
like
yeah,
Scott,
they
where
are.
like nobody
They're the
knows who
owners.
Scott is, even though Scott is like
I know.
one of
Well,
the biggest people in TFM.
Scott is my dad, so
That's-
it will go to me
That's really sweet.
when he
that
passes.
you and
Anyway,
him,
he is 67, so it could be any day now.
he's 67 years old.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. Dan, Scott's
Wait,
67.
No, you should have. I don't believe it. I don't believe it, and you know why I don't believe it? Because you should have said what. How old is he?
Well, sorry, I'm autistic.
Yeah.
Oh, Scott, Anthony, how old Scott? How old Scott? Yeah.
Possible. That is a compelling argument.
I want to say he's probably like 40, late 40s.
No, like 67. Okay, yeah. So confirmed he is not 67.
No, he's 67.
That's like really messed up that you would make people think Scott's 67 years old. That's not cool. Yeah, Keith is on the left, and he has a history of making signage and other ridiculous media products.
I don't think it's ridiculous or propaganda. You were the enemy. So Scott's in here lying to the people.
Yeah, Scott,
My
Scott,
God.
I just want on
Wow,
the record, I have
Dan,
your back.
Scott's in here lying to the fans.
I just want everyone to know I had Scott's back. I did not believe it for a goddamn second. Wow. Okay.
All right,
Daisy
we've got
on
turn
one.
one Daisy Duck on the play. That's exactly where you want to be, right? Daisy, oddly very good against this deck in particular.
Yeah, four toughness is a lot.
Yes. It requires 2 cards to go through it.
Or a crab. Crab's really.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that Ryan has crabs.
I hate the way you talk.
What is your problem?
Yeah, he has crabs like
In his deck.
Sure, that's what you meant, but
Yeah.
I said I hate how you talk, not what you say.
Oh, again, we need sensitivity training.
Sit down, kids. It's time we taught you a lesson about Merlin crab.
Is that an inked Chenpo? I'm really liking Chenpo in this format.
Yeah.
7 is infinite.
Yeah.
4 oddly dodges a lot.
What do you think of Pluto?
I think Pluto is good if you are a deck that can reasonably play 4-cost cards on curve.
Yeah. I put against Tiana into Pluto and sealed, and it was like actually messed up. It was like not something I could beat.
Yeah.
I like multiple times was like deal 2 damage, attack, deal 1 damage, just craziness.
All right, so it did require 2 cards.
Fire the cannons and a Captain Hook.
Yeah, the Captain Hook does survive, obviously. We have to read a card. That's a game loss. Reading cards, not allowed.
Not allowed? Wow.
Well,
not even on day
if
1.
they were from set 6, they're allowed, but that's a Lefou.
Lefou has never been a playable card in Disney's Volcano, let me tell you.
Well, Ryan is going to quit your unnamed podcast over this if he hears this. Because it's one of his favorite cards.
It is actually
that and signed contract.
Oh, he's a signed contract gamer? That's
interesting. Loves it.
I was supposed to play Burn today, but instead I played Burn. Ryan was really upset with me. He wanted me to play the red-purple deck.
Yeah. I mean, I'm more interested in Ruby Amethyst deck now with White Rose, especially.
White Rose is crazy. Why is it a 3/3?
I know.
Could be a 2/3 and it'd be great.
It's so awkward that it's a 3/3 for a lot of opponents.
Yeah.
Is this a turn 3 Gaston?
No one
Cox like Gaston.
What the? Dan, language. You know what's crazy is Lefou is a Cinderella that costs 0.
Yes,
It's
and I'm here
crazy.
for it. So the first time I ever didn't read Lefou, but assumed what it did, I thought it was just if something was banished, play it for free, not banish in a challenge.
And you were like, this is the best card in the entire game.
Yeah. And then why does it have to be opposing character? Why can't you just run your own character in and play it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Design is weird.
Yeah. Why is it a 2/3, not a 3/3? That's my big question.
You know?
Oh my god.
Oh.
Ryan's just cutting to pieces. Oh my
We're
god.
gonna need a backup
Doc coming
game
out.
to jump on stream. This is going exactly how Ryan wants it to go. And guess what? The TFM Discord's never gonna hear the end of it.
What is that he just played?
Diablo?
Oh, okay, that's kind of nice.
Wow. Yeah. If I'm Keith, I'm locking up the shop now. I'm just going home.
I'm getting lit up right now over my opinions on green purple. This is embarrassing.
Oh, you tweeted?
No, we were talking earlier on camera.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say someone needs to take your Twitter away.
No, my Twitter's great. Although I moved over to Blue Sky because my friend told me I had to, or else. So now I'm on Blue Sky.
Yeah.
Or even TCG on Blue Sky. Everyone follow me there.
That sounds terrible.
Blue Sky is like Twitter, but the algorithm is not like politically leaning.
Then you hate it.
What?
Every other post you post is politically.
I actually like that I see less political stuff. It like upsets me when I see political stuff, and then I engage with it, which is why they do it.
These friends on the other side too. Like, yeah, you know, before anyone says we should be commenting on the match, what match? This is like Forrest Gump playing ping pong against the wall. Okay.
Keith's a great guy.
Yeah, I love Keith.
He's a pickleball head.
And Keith is great for the community.
That's true.
But
He's getting lit up.
Yeah. This is like you calling something cringe.
It's true.
Just dumped on.
I like the purple steel deck. I think it is we're finally seeing enough mid-range cards that you can actually play mid-range. There's like never been a good Warcana mid-range deck, and this is finally
What was Ruby Amethyst during set 2 and 3? That was mid-range.
It was like a control deck.
No,
People
it just had
called it a
control in
control
the game, in the name, yeah. So if you were on our Metafy, if you gave us $15 a month, you would learn some things, right?
Oh,
I
wow.
mean, you used to pay for coaching. I don't know what happened, but
How do you know I'm not paying for coaching still?
do they have a refund policy?
That's what I was expecting to say. Yeah.
So,
Um,
so you're not paying for coaching here. So I just wrote an article about that specifically.
about what mid-range is, or
About how I won a lot during set 2 and 3 with
by like actually knowing
Ruby
when to turn the
Amethyst.
corner and like
Yes.
yeah.
And I knew
totally-
to start as the
No,
aggressor.
yeah. I don't think you're wrong there. I just think in general, like there has never been a card like Callahan. Is that Callahan? Is that the name of it?
Calhoun.
Calhoun. There's never been a card like Calhoun that like is able to work its way through the game and like be a control card and be an aggressive card at the same time without being good in control decks. You know?
Yes.
And like that, their red purple has never had a card like that. All
Yeah,
the
it's a-
cards are inkable, and so you like have aggro cards and you have control cards, but there's never been something that like lives in the middle.
Warco, I did just tell Dan that. You know, but is Calhoun not good in some control decks? Like, what about Sapphire Steel? Is it better or worse than Smee? I feel like it's better.
Worse. I think it's worse.
And this is why I win tournaments.
I think most people seem to agree it's worse. Not that you don't play it. I think you play like 3 and 4. But
Yeah.
like, I think it's worse. There's matchups when you're blue steel, you do actually just want to go like Smee on 2, ramp on 3, Cogs with Quest with Smee forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Calhoun's
Although-
terrible at that.
Oh my God. If you have a Cogsworth and a Calhoun, how does she ever go away?
Oh, never. I mean, I did that recently, and but she only quests for 1, so she's not
Yeah.
actually good in those like control games where you're like trying to turn the corner. You know, which is what Smee's good at.
Yes, we are going to publish the deck lists. They will be they'll be on our Facebook, all of our socials. Let me see. I think I have a command for it.
All right, so game 2. Talking about the match. The real problem here is fire the cannons, right? That's the problem for Keith. It's like fire the cannons and Captain Hook.
I mean, Fire the Cannons has never been better.
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
so good right now.
I totally agree.
But yeah,
That's which is great for the game. Fire the cannons is a card that should be good.
yes. Terrible Shock. Yeah. Let's see.
You know what else is good right now?
You tell me.
Gather Knowledge and Wisdom. That card's also good right now. Ryan is capable of growing facial hair. You traitors, meanie.
Gathering Knowledge. Yeah, we actually don't play it. All right, let's see if that link works for today's decks. The ones that we actually have, at least. And yeah, like I said, it'll be on socials.
So good. Like Daisy Duck is really good at eating up Chernobog's followers, and like it's it's crazy how good of a control card Daisy Duck is.
I know.
It's crazy.
Oh, followers just hit
They
him.
should just make a 1-mana 1/4 that is inkable and doesn't quest.
Yeah, I'd play it. I mean, people are playing Nala.
I'd play the hell out of that.
Yeah.
Hey, just give me 1 point of power for no lore. That's all I want. And be inkable.
Is there a 0 lore character that does not have Reckless?
Yes. The Queen, I think, right? Is Queen Quest? One that discards stuff?
Oh, well, that pseudo has.
Yeah, but I don't think it does.
You're right.
I don't think it has a quest chip.
No.
Cat will let me know if I'm wrong. But.
No, it doesn't.
All right. Is that a Benja? Oh, no, it's a Calhoun. Or Caladan, or whatever the hell it's called.
Calhoun.
Calhoun? Is that what it is, Calhoun?
Yeah.
Go get it. I was gonna go get the things to sort anyway.
What is that?
Diablo?
Oh, Diablo and another Calhoun?
Yeah.
Jeez. You know what's good against Amber Steel? A 2-mana 3/2 with resist 1.
Oh, we got Rapunzel coming down.
Yeah. I don't like this game for Keith. He's done nothing.
Yes, and he was on the play. I feel like we're playing.
This deck really wants like a Hercules or something, like a 3-drop 3/3 that can just like survive through all this nonsense and trades with Calhoun. I think
That's true. Jeez. Yeah, this is. I mean, Keith's drawing more cards, but this is playing into Ryan's strategy a lot better.
I do think. This Purple Steel deck is looking really good.
Yeah, Purple Steel today, all different variants have been great on camera.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't pick this deck because I thought Ryan would be playing it. And Ryan picked this deck because he thought I was playing a different deck, and he didn't want to play that deck. So, kind of screwed myself there. I should have told Ryan I was playing a different deck.
I mean, why can't you just play the same deck?
For content reasons.
Oh, okay.
I like Ryan's painted nails. They're looking good. I noticed on the podcast the other day. We have to mention it. Also, just gonna keep complimenting Ryan. I like the
so
flannel.
handsome.
I like the flannel. I think the flannel is a great choice. What's going on over there? Like, grab your sword, not killing Calhoun is crazy. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Keith, I'm just feeling lost.
Like all these cards he's playing are just going to die. Look, Warrants would be okay, you know, but he hasn't played a Warrants.
Yeah. So, I mean, the queen does put a damper on things.
Not really though. It's like the Calhouns eat it. The problem is that all these, like, with the new steel cards, here the 3/3 stat line has gotten even better. You know,
Yes.
which makes the 4/3 stat line worse.
Oof. Yeah, this is so interesting. Like friends on the other side and Doc, you have the options of just like, oh, run out my whole hand, draw new cards, or
like
I'll
slowly-
control the board and then draw new cards.
Yeah. Yeah, Doc's really impressive for like when you're like trying to.
Pinocchio.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah. Oh,
Like I said,
I had no idea that
the
was in his deck.
4/3 the 4/3 stat line looks. Well, he plays the
The sweep. Yeah.
no the Lefou. When you play Lefou, you have to play.
Oh yeah, yeah. I thought, does he not have the sweep in his deck?
He might. I'm not sure. We talked about it.
I was gonna. If he's not playing it, he's at
But
least discussed
Pinocchio is
it.
better on 2 because if you're 1-drop trades, you can at least fox the Pinocchio back and then.
Yeah. Gosh, Pinocchio, Calhoun, just taking out Ursula's all day.
Yeah. What's the purple steel matchup like with all these mid-rangey cards against like blue-red? It must be pretty bad, right?
What's like a deck like Ryan's?
Yeah.
Against blue red?
Yeah. It's got to make a hole. Like the Calhouns, the Pinocchios. Like that's all a sacrifice in that matchup, right?
And are we on library? Oh, library's in
you
play.
just play library, yeah.
No, I mean, so the old game plan for Ruby Amethyst against Blue Red was just, you're the aggro deck, play out as much as you can, play cards that draw cards and replace themselves. It has to just be the same game plan. They can't deal with the library very well. The Blue Red deck.
Really?
Yeah, it requires like 2 T-bow attacks and a Maui.
Or like a grandma and a Maui.
Yeah.
Good turn 2, sail the Azurite Sea, turn 3, Tala.
And then if they're doing that, as like I had a game against Stefan earlier, I was just like, oh, and when we played earlier, I also said, yeah, I'm just gonna play this Maui to blanket my character, or this library to blanket my characters.
Yeah.
Like I knew it was going down, but
it was a time walk.
Yeah. So like if they play a grandma on 4 and then you play a library and they play a Maui, they just took out a library, your characters are all safe. All right. Well, Keith did what he needed to do to get back in this game, if he has a shot at getting back into this game.
9-2 is pretty rough, but it is this version of Purple Steel is not as much of an aggro deck, so I think it can falter at this point in the game. Pinocchio's in the bin, right? So you can't like Pinocchio.
Yeah. What is the card all the way to the top of Keith's side? The glare is getting me.
It's me.
Okay, so you can put something in the library, draw a new card this turn. He could put the
he could put
the crab in,
and then put the Calhoun into the Rapunzel game tour.
Yep,
that's pretty nice.
I would definitely be drawing if you're going to before playing stuff, but we also can't see his hand. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
No, I still.
Oh, okay. So he has a dock, so there's a lot of incentives to just run it out. And now also it's like not even worth the ink maybe to draw the card.
Now I definitely like the other way around. Like he exerts the Tinkerbell to get rid of Calhoun.
Wow.
Drew a strength. Okay then.
Good
Didn't
enough.
even matter.
Yeah, well, now we just know the board is wiped and the game's gone, right? Whoa, weird choices.
Well, he sang. He had to
he
sing.
did. I see. Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Look at me not being on top of it. They say it's easier to watch games than play games.
It is
I'm
when
not-
you're not on a little screen.
I'm not very good at either.
I know. It's okay.
Thanks,
still like you.
Dick. I appreciate it. Little pity invite to testing tomorrow was really appreciated.
I didn't approve it, but
That's funny.
actually last night I was like, Sue's gonna be there tomorrow. And they were like, well, Braden's gonna I was like, when did this happen? They're like, it's in the chat. Yeah, when I get 200 messages a day, I can't read them all. Thanks, AJ. But anyway, I'm
12
scared.
war is a lot. Second Tinkerbell's pretty great though. That really dealt with like a lot of the problems. But still.
But the library needs to get dealt with.
Yeah, it's a huge problem.
Yeah, just moving everything in the library now is such an it's insane.
Yeah.
Every time you play one card as Keith,
Oh, sorry. Well,
You're
no,
getting
I'm not gonna play.
2 on the other side every single turn.
Yeah, well, like I think that what happened here is Keith just didn't do anything for the first 2 turns.
Yeah.
And so Ryan got to own the board, and this is kind of what happens when the purple steel deck gets to do whatever it wants.
You know, looking back at it, I'm not a big fan of Keith's deck, honestly. It's like Tinkerbell and Daisy Duck in the same deck. Seems very counterintuitive.
Yeah, I don't know. Keith's broken at Amber Steel, so I feel like he could pilot a broken fork to a top 8 finish at Amethyst. I do think the daisies are really good at wearing damage, and I think Keith likes to play the deck as like a Rapunzel control deck almost. And the daisies can also just be lore against red blue. So I think that's like where the math lies out. It's like he doesn't really want to be a daisy piglet deck. He wants to be like a control deck that uses the daisies to sort of like we mentioned at the beginning, like against green, purple, and even purple steel, like daisy can just be a thing that kills Turnabogs and yeah.
So Ryan played a fox last turn with his last 3 ink instead of moving everything into the library. Which he would have drew 3 cards this turn if he moved everything into the library.
Yeah. But now he's at 18, so it doesn't really matter. You know?
Yeah. We still want to, play to the best of our abilities, so right?
No, I guess what I mean is like the fox is on the board. You're at 18, worst case scenario. I mean, he might have just had that dock. That also could have been part of the reason. We just don't know. But
yeah, he returned the dock.
Did he?
With fox.
Oh, then that's why, right? So you're just going to get the cards that way, and you have a body on board that can't be a challenge. You're going to get 18, and that's 19, and that's the game. Makes sense.
Cogsworth is also very funny with goat. Just like, you got goat bounce. No. I have goat Cogsworth, though. Good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, this color combination right now is really powerful.
Yeah, I think the purple aggro stuff is so powerful, and the purple control deck is so powerful. Control stuff is so powerful. The steel stuff can kind of just like be your card advantage and your removal.